So it's another day to review another Porsche made by Kyosho, and this is from the Porsche collection number 5. Uh, I'm gonna guess what's going on here. I'm guessing it's 530 horsepower, 30 more than usual. 3.8 liters, flat 6-cylinder boxer in the back, and then it's got a 7-speed PDK transmission, all-wheel drive. PTM. I don't forget what that acronym is. You can leave a comment. Here are the colorways, right? I went with silver this time around. I didn't have a box, it just came in a blister pack. I took it off that already to save a little bit of time. And let's take a look at these photos here. So, the front end, it's kind of close. It's pretty hard to get such a thin light thing here in diecast. But it is a separate color, so that's where those LEDs would be. Unfortunately, this little side light is kind of weak. Doesn't look really as big as that. That's like a big oval. This, I don't know. It's more like a small circle. I don't feel like it's sticking out enough. Okay, but the mirrors, they're kind of close. Yeah. But the big thing is the wheels. It's nice that Kyosho puts air between all their spokes. I guess, I don't know, maybe that's the best they can do, reliably. If they had super thin spokes, they'd probably have just as many brake coming out of the mold than they would to actually be able to paint. So, sadly, that's probably as good as it gets. Maybe I'll do a wheel swap on this if I can find some wheels that are a little bit thinner, more like that. Seems to have a center knockoff, not lug nuts. Okay, so we got some dual exhaust here sticking out, and I think Kyosho did a good job there. That looks pretty good. The taillights look pretty good. The wing, not so bad. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's really just the wheels, I think, are the big detractor. Okay, well, let's see what else we can find here. The Turbo S, I guess, was available between 2010 and 2013 for this 997 version of it. And the S stands for Sport, according to Wikipedia. And this thing came with carbon ceramic brakes and does 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds and goes 196 miles per hour. Okay, let's look at this model here. The silver paint's alright. It's not super splotchy. It's not so bad. I think that Porsche badge is a pretty good size. It's not oversized. Fuel filler door, I think, is that thing. Where it's split vent there. That's just blanked off and painted black, so it's nice that the black is there. No paint, no paint to the mirrors ever on the blister pack, but it's nice to see a little. I think there's a little black paint in those vents there. And then yeah, the wheels. It doesn't really even want to roll. There's too much friction going on somewhere in there. Let's see about the front. Yeah, again, those little side lights, these little fog lights. I just feel like they should be bigger. And then this looks like it's black paint over the casting. This, well, yeah, I guess that's just black paint over the casting. You'll notice there's a little bit of black paint down here for this chin spoiler, and there's a tiny little vent in it, casted in, so that's pretty good. The headlights, yeah, clear lenses. Looks like there's a light bulb back there, so it's not bad. Okay, wiper blades, yeah, pretty good. 3-dimensional, painted black, raised. Some sort of texture on the dashboard, looks pretty nice. Okay, this side here, I don't know, a little extra black there. I don't know if that's grime, maybe I could polish that out. Same with this. Oh, this looks like it's a scratch or a dent. I don't know if this was like displayed, since it didn't come in a box, it's possible this is just a used model from a personal collection. There's a wiper blade here in the back as well, sticking up, painted black. Yeah, black trim around all the windows for the molding. So the tail lamps here, yeah, you got some clear and you got red and then something behind it. So, looks like there's a separator right there, so maybe there's two light buckets or something back there. And then these exhaust tips are great. Look at that, that's dimensional. I didn't think it was, I thought it was blanked off. But no, there's depth there, and then they still managed to paint it a little chrome silver there. And then Turbo S looks good, third brake light looks good. little ribs there, maybe some vents. Staggered tires, it seems. Decent tread. And what's nice is it's a screwed together base. So Porsche Collection 5 went to screwed bases. So you can do a wheel swap, which I might have to do. I mean, these wheels aren't... Nah, they're just not good. They just don't look as good as the photographs. But they don't even really look that good for 1/64 scale diecast cars, I think. Alright. Typical Porsche, typical Kyosho interior. Just black plastic. I'm sure there's a lot of great detail, but without a flashlight you can't see much of it. Okay. Well, 2+2 seats there. Okay. Alright, so all in all, it's not bad for a used model. I think it's used. This is the biggest defect I can see, this little nick here. Maybe it was dropped or something. But I don't really see like paint rash or major casting problems. So I think I lucked out in the end. It could have been worse. Or what is this now? No, that feels perfectly smooth. Huh. I don't know if that's on the clear coat or under the clear coat. Weird. Could have been silver, a blemish, and it's only in certain light. Certain angles I see it, certain angles I don't. So that's strange. I don't know, sorry. Alright, well, let's let this go for a little spin and compare it to another 911 Turbo I have. So the other 911 Turbo I have is made by Baofeng. It's listed as a Baofeng brand, but oddly, it's made by Kyosho. Like it literally says. Sorry. It says Kyosho on the bottom, but the box is listed as Baofeng. I think it was sold in convenience stores. So it's quite amazing, pretty decent detail for something you'd buy at a convenience store, right? I don't think it's as good as a Kyosho. There's just something about the quality of it, like the printing is a little bit off. When I originally got this, the headlights are really sunken in there. I had to tear it apart and modify it a little bit just to get the clear lens to sit a little more flush. And it's still not really flush with that bodywork. So I think the Kyosho's a better way to go. Granted, they're two different generations. This is a 991/1, and this is the previous 997. Okay, well, anyways, you can see a little bit of the evolution of the 911 Turbo through these two models. Well, I couldn't really stand those wheels, so luckily I actually had some Word C wheels, these Word C alloy wheels, and they're much finer spoke pattern than what Kyosho did because they're, I think, photo etched metal pieces, and then the rims themselves are actually milled aluminum. So it's always good to keep a few extra wheel sets around in case you get a model that just doesn't look so good. So while I had it open, I figured I'd paint the interior. I looked up images, and some Porsche 911 Turbos have brown leather interiors, so I think that really helps out the details as well, and I can actually see what's happening on the inside. So anyways, yeah, if you get this model, you might want to invest in a couple of the alloy wheels, because these little plastic ones, they're just not cut in the mustard. So alright, well, anyways, as usual, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, and hopefully you'll take some more time in the next review. Thanks.